What is up, guys? Today, just like the title says, I'll be giving you some tips on what I believe makes the Fat Moto perfect, or at least near perfect. These bikes are known to be a lot of fun, and for the most part they are durable. At least I never had an issue with one of them. Right now I have currently three of them. I have the Fat Moto Rover 2024 in matte green. I have the same Rover in glossy black, and an all-terrain in the American flag color. Okay, the ones that I've done the most mods to are the Rovers. So I'm going to start here from the very front. The first thing I did is that I got the headlight from Fat Moto, but I rerouted the battery inside. It is attached to the motherboard, so I undid that part and I attach it with Velcro towards the bottom side of the housing. That way the weight and the vibration and all the bumps doesn't put pressure on the motherboard. So that's one of the first things I did, starting here from the front side. The tires are okay for now, they're holding well, but I might upgrade to road tires in the future. But for right now they are okay. I haven't done anything there. The second thing I did here, if you guys notice, I got a 80mm riser stem, and the word says it all. It rises your handlebar, or you had the option to get something like a BMX type of handlebar, and then you get that extra height, because out of the box these are a little bit low. That's just my personal preference. I have back issues, so having a higher handlebar makes it a lot easier, at least for me. So if we move here to the other side, you will notice how I have now a 98cc. This is a Coleman clone motor that I got from GoPowersports.com, and these motors are pretty good. What I like about these in particular is that you don't have to mod the frame. And let's face it, guys, I could fit a 212 on here, but that's not safe. Okay, I've heard and I've seen a lot of accidents with the frames. The 212s are just too powerful for a frame like this, or I would say, in my opinion, any bike out there, you are asking for trouble. The most that I will ever put on these frames is maybe a 120 from Honda, the GX 120. I have a GX 120, but unfortunately the shaft is not, at least on that particular motor, is not for clutches. So I will have to either get another motor or change the crankshaft. But coming back here to the 98cc, this is a pretty well complete motor. I removed the governor entirely. I got this intake system that comes with the car, but it comes with the PZ. The PZ19. This is a PZ22. I used the filter, and then this, what do you call this? This is a valve cover intake filter here, or air filter, excuse me. So as you can tell, there's a hose there. I put the filter on the hose, then clamp it down and zip tied it to the spark plug ignition coil here, the wire, and that's not going anywhere. But this all came in a kit. I just replaced the carburetor, and that's working great. And I did have to raise the motor here about an inch. I used these nuts. These are not totally an inch. These are a little bit less than an inch in height, but it gives me that perfect clearance, as you can see right here, between the valve cover and the seat post pipe, or the jack shaft housing right there. It gives me that perfect clearance so that the motor doesn't hit that area, guys. The seat on the stock Fat Moto, which is the same seat that is on here, these don't have a lot of cushion, and for a guy that has a big Botox like I do, this is a must. By the way, all the links will be provided down below, just for viewers' convenience. Makes it easier. So that's the other upgrade I did. Now when I hook up this motor, I had the option to keep the stock muffler or add my own. I decided to add a better flowing exhaust. Now this one here came bended more like towards the outside because it is designed for mini bikes. What I did is that I hooked it up to my tow hitch on my car, and I bended this elbow here. I bended it a little bit towards the inside. It doesn't affect the flow or anything. It just makes it so that it's not sticking out so much. And I added heat wrap here. This is to make this not so hot. It still gets hot, but it's not so hot that it's going to immediately burn you. So that's that. And I used the stock clutch cover that comes with the Fat Motos. It fits this engine, but since we have this exhaust on here, well, you can't fit the whole thing, so I cut it just so that it protects me from the clutch, because it's super hard to touch right behind here. I mean, your legs over here, you will have to go through the muffler in order to get there. So I would say this area doesn't really concern me much, but that's what I did, and it is working perfect, guys. One more thing I did is that with this setup, I have a 12 tooth clutch on here, and then I left the jack shaft intact. So the rear sprocket came with the 44T. They also come with the 50T. So what I did is that I added a 40T sprocket from Amazon, and that gave me the perfect balance. It gives me top speed of about 42 miles an hour, and I also get that torque on takeoff. So maybe if I go a little smaller, I might get a little bit more speed, but then I'm sacrificing the torque, and I didn't want that. So the 40T with this 90 ACC motor is ideal for all conditions, in my opinion. If you live in an area that has a lot of mountains, then I will leave the 44T. That'll give you even more torque, and it's going to be better for uphills. I live in Florida. Everything is flat. I don't have to worry about that. So the 40T, I weigh 200 and almost 16 pounds, and it pulls me like nothing. So that's the cool part about it. I love the 2024 model with the Fat Moto, guys. You can't deny the fact that this thing is just rugged. It feels great. I love the hydraulic brakes that it comes with. I like the better suspension now, and everything on this bike is just so rugged. Like even the chain tensioner is welded to the frame. And look at all that extra welding pieces they add just to make the frame a lot more durable. So those are the things that I've done here to the Fat Moto Rovers. I would say the must things you should do is rise the handlebar. That'll give you much better comfort. Oh, I almost forgot to mention, I got rid of the twist throttle and I added a thumb throttle instead. It makes it so much easier. You don't get that hand fatigue by twisting the throttle all the time. That's just a personal preference at this point. But yes, the must upgrades is the handlebar and the seat. That's just for comfort. The rest just comes along. If you want better speed, if you want more power, well, that's just up to you. But for comfort, I would do those two updates or upgrades immediately, and then do the rest as you go along, guys. This thing is amazing. As a matter of fact, my stepson and I are getting ready for a ride. We usually do at least 10 miles or more. Also, something I just added, this is not a upgrade, it's just an accessory that I added, is that these don't come with tail lights. So I got these off of Amazon. They are rechargeable. You have different modes, as you can tell. And so, yeah, I got these for nighttime riding, but I do have Fat Moto's headlight in the front. So this seat, I like it also, this particular one, because it comes with a reflector on the rear, and super quiet because of this muffler. It came all together as one piece, but this muffler makes the bike super quiet. But yeah, guys, that is it for today's mods video here that I've done to my Fat Moto. Like I said, there's plenty more you can do, but then you are putting in jeopardy your safety. I think that up to a 120cc motor, 4-stroke is safe, and I'm referring to this motor right here. You see something like this? That's the GX 120 by Honda. Up to this motor, it's going to fit well, and you're not going to have any issues, and it's going to be safe to ride as well. With this being said, guys, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, comment, and share. Click on the bell icon so that you don't miss future videos like this, and I'll see you on my next one.